Hello everyone, welcome back to the Homies podcast, episode 1 this time, not 0.5. Today we're joined by Edmund, fellow member of the boys.
Hello.
And he's joining us on our venture.
Lovely.
So
We've got our drinks in. We're going to have a chat for around half hour or so, see what we get into. Yeah, we've got the TV up and running this time.
Yeah, Xbox update downloaded.
Finally.
Yeah. Searched up cool backgrounds for while we're waiting around.
Typical. We knew Samuel straight away was going to go for the cool backgrounds search. But yeah, we wanted to discuss our holiday 5 years ago as well, didn't we? Because we did go to Croatia. And we are due another lads' holiday, to be fair.
We are.
We are desperately due a lads' holiday.
Definitely.
And we were discussing Japan.
We were.
As well.
I would like to go to Japan.
We just need a little bit of R&R, don't we?
We do. So
Definitely.
you organised the last one.
Yeah.
And it stressed you out.
Yeah, it's very, very.
There was a lot of
trying to
stress.
keep you boys in the one place at a time.
That's true, yeah. You didn't want,
Difficult.
like, especially when you got, like, Adrian and Jake, like, just wandering off and doing their own things. But yeah, so it's been, 5 years.
5 years ago,
It
just
doesn't
finished.
feel like 5
This
years.
finished. So we just finished A levels.
Yeah.
You just finished. Or you were
You'd started college,
apprenticeship,
didn't you?
weren't you?
I'd finished college and started my apprenticeship, so yeah. Wow.
Crazy times. So it was good fun that holiday, I thought.
It was, to be fair, mate. There was a lot of good weather, good food.
So we started in Split, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got ferry to Hvar.
I'll tell you what, we did a lot there with relatively little money.
We actually
None
did.
of us had a lot of money.
I actually came back with 3/4 of what I left with.
Oh, I certainly didn't.
It just goes to show you could survive out there
Yeah.
very little.
That's because you had Adrian buying you drinks you
No,
can't
it's
afford.
Fergus.
Yeah,
Fergus.
Fergus.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We'll
Wow.
let's go around the table. Favourite memory of the holiday?
Favourite memory of the holiday? Probably that afternoon we had where we went into the sea, jumped off the pier.
That was great.
Watched Jake nearly drown.
We discovered Jake
That
could
was-
swim.
that's hilarious.
Then finished it off, got some cocktails in us, went back, chilled out, had a nap, went out for a proper night out. Went
Yeah.
to Seven. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Seven,
and
wow.
the
People
BB Club,
dancing on the
BB
table.
Club as well.
If you're ever in
Yeah.
Hvar.
Seven
Seven.
was actually 5 years ago today.
Yeah.
Was
that
it
was our
actually?
first night out in Hvar. Was 5 years ago today.
That's a crazy night. I
As
mean,
a
none of us
recording.
really were used to that kind of
We were
environment.
so young as well. Weren't we just 18, 19?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Wow.
it would have been
18.
it would have been 18. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You would have almost been 19.
I didn't have a beard
Yeah,
back then
obviously.
either.
No, me neither.
Like
I look
children.
like I was 12 back then.
It was like
I
the
can't grow
in-betweeners
on now,
holiday.
So Matthew, favourite memory of the holiday?
Well, the whole holiday was fantastic, but I must say, obviously, the yacht party was great. But these pair didn't get invited.
I gave my ticket away.
He gave his
Oh,
ticket
the
away.
stress.
I
I'm like,
wish we got enough tickets for this yacht party, but it was basically it's like £100 million yacht called the Samar if you do your research into it, and got a few invites off a rep. I think it was a rep, wasn't it?
Well,
We
if
were
you remember,
walking
this
back.
was really interesting. Yeah, because this was the day where we went
This
to
was
the pier.
the
It
beach
was.
day, yeah.
And Adrian and
think this was
Jake
day
walked,
3 or something
walked
like that.
ahead, I think, and
Jake
we
was
got
back
stopped.
with me.
We got stopped by someone first.
Yeah.
For probably to take a photograph or something, and that guy came up to us, didn't he?
He just
What are you up
approached
to
us.
tonight? What are you up to tonight? And I mean, I can't lie. I thought this is going to be a scam.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds a bit
one,
dodgy.
this is
Yo
crazy.
boys want a bag of coke. Come back time.
It was. You come to 3 quite clearly young men
Yeah.
and asking them to go on a boat at some late time, and
It did
and
sound a bit dodgy.
no one had met this guy.
Jeffrey
I mean,
Epstein would have been proud of this guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
He was proper American as well. He just walked up, he's like, "Hey dudes, what's happening?" Like, he was proper like frat dude, American. Like, you boys want to come on this yacht party? I'm doing like selling tickets out right now. Like, you got some free ones for you guys, and we're like, yeah. Fuck yeah. Obviously took them. There was only the 3. So I think it was me and Fergus who actually got the tickets.
And
then,
Adrian was there.
And then we decided to swap some of the tickets around. I said, I'm going on the yacht. I don't care. I'm
Well,
going.
me and Jake were walking behind, obviously, because Jake was traumatised from almost drowning.
Yeah.
And Jake was running around the island looking for this guy, and he's like, "I need to find him. I need to get 2 more tickets." And he found him, and this guy took one look at Jake and went, "No, mate, no more tickets."
Well, what's great is Jake still got on there as well.
Yeah.
Or at least that's my take. So it was me, you, and was it Adrian or Fergus that didn't go?
Oh, well, Adrian did go, so
was
it would have
me
been
and
Fergus.
Fergus.
Yeah.
Me, Adrian, and Jake went on.
So we went to the BB Club, didn't we? We chilled there.
We did. Very chilled out vibe
Yeah.
compared
That was
to
right
a
on the
party
dock.
boat.
I was on the
Yeah,
dock
yeah.
as well, so we seen
Could
you
see
boys.
you.
Yeah.
We went on, and it was quite dodgy because we walked on, and straight away the guys were like, "Right, take your shoes off." But that's standard on a yacht for most people.
Yeah.
Take your shoes off, and we're like, "Okay, no worries." Phones, wallets, anything like that in this bag, little Ziploc bag, and we were like, "Okay, this is a bit dodgy." We thought, "Fucking hell!" I said to the boys, "I was like, anything goes wrong here, just jump overboard. We'll swim back."
Jake's not going to do that, is he? He couldn't swim.
I know, but to be fair, it was probably a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, message to audio and video listeners. Jacob can swim. he don't tell him I said that. He can swim. Not very well.
Yeah, but you know, this is compared to your natural buoyancy.
Yeah, I'm a natural swimmer, mate.
Yeah.
You are naturally buoyant, it's pretty crazy.
Indeed.
Right.
Anyway,
Where was we at?
my highlight of the holiday for me will always be day one in Havar. Just the shit that happened then. Number one, Jacob Worsdale. Another incident with water. Took his wallet into the sea.
Yeah,
when
that was
the
bad.
first day of us actually getting on there, as opposed to, if you remember the first night we actually got to Croatia, and we went to that really, really weird bar.
Yes, we did.
We unpacked our bags. We were only there for the night.
Oh,
we were like,
yeah.
we're gonna go out for a drink.
We went to the sandwich stand and then went to the bar, didn't we?
Yeah. You know, cheap food.
I'm
Like
talking-
Subway, wasn't it?
I'm
Time
talking
to go grab a
first,
beer kind of
first
thing.
night in Havar. So that would have been night 2 or day 2.
I remember it's that red Supreme wallet, wasn't it?
It
that
was.
had all of his cash in it.
So I had a video come up yesterday or the day before in my Snapchat memories of me walking out onto the balcony, right? And Jake sat there in his shorts with a cup sat round all of his notes.
Trying to dry him out.
This is brilliant. It's my highlight.
It was brilliant.
And we had such iconic lines such as, "Did you just stick a knife in the electrical socket?" It's from you to
Oh,
Adrian.
because he didn't have the right plugs, did we? Because the plug sockets to the actual plugs that we had are different, aren't they?
Well, yeah.
So he'd
We
stick
had
it.
the
I mean, that's-
adapters.
He'd
the
stick a
most
knife
unsafe thing you could
in the
do.
top socket, didn't he? And
Yeah.
he'd stick the
Yeah,
two
I was
halves
like,
to
be
the-
alright, just stick it in there.
That's all right. I'm Polish. I'm a Sparky.
Yeah, to be fair, it was brave. But I know it's like there's nothing in the top one that can electrocute you, but it's still like sticking like a knife or any sort of foreign object
I've
in
got
a
too much
plug.
value for my life.
Yeah.
doing that.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
But you know,
I feel
we made it work.
We did.
Made it work. And I think it's safe to say everyone had a good time.
Only thing is, next holiday, make sure we've got air conditioning.
But that's because we all had no
Dying.
money, and it was the cheapest hotel literally on the island.
Me and you shared a room.
In
Yeah, we had a
fairness-
desk fan that was just blowing around.
Just hot air.
That's what we had. I mean, me and Jake had a little fridge in our room that we kept open. It didn't do anything.
Of course not.
But me and Jake, we were right on the end of. We were in the corner of the hotel, right?
You had that tree next
And
to
there
you,
was this
didn't you?
huge tree, so we left our door open like day 4 or something, and this locust about this big
Fucking hell.
comes in, right? And I hate bugs. I'm like, Jake, you gotta do something about this, otherwise I'm just stamping on this fucker. I'm killing this thing. I've got the
You
little
horrible
corkscrew
bastard.
knife and I'm holding it, and I'm like, he comes near me, Jake, I'm swinging, you sort it. You get him out of here.
That was the only problem.
And,
you scored
Let's
on
be
looking
honest
at
though,
that.
it was a good place to be at the time, and we certainly met some interesting people.
Do you like the Norwegians?
Yeah.
Those Norwegian lads. I've got
Day one.
actually a video on my phone of us on day 1 over the balconies pouring beer into their mouths from the balcony above to the balcony below,
No.
and they're catching it in their mouth.
We
like
must we must have been there for about 30 minutes an hour, right? And these Norwegians were pouring beer into their mouths, and then suddenly 3 of them appear behind us on the balcony. We're like, whoa!
They just
How
let
the fuck did
themselves
you get
into
up
our
here?
rooms. We were like, whoa, okay. That's
They were
quite crazy.
harmless, weren't they?
Yeah, they were, because we
Matt
later
Wright, a
found
couple
one.
more drinks down would have laid them all out.
But
No, I would not.
There was
Not on
no,
holiday.
there was no need. We found half of them asleep unconscious.
That's true.
On the stairs.
That was the next day, wasn't it? Me and you went down to breakfast, and I went to the toilet, and in the cubicle there was just a Norwegian just sat there, head against the all just like. And then we finished breakfast, right? Went up, got changed, ready for the day. We're walking out to the beach. I went to the toilet again. He's still there, probably about 2 hours later.
Yeah, he was there like all day. I remember seeing one on the stairs as well, just his head like in his hands, like just. I think they just drank themselves to death in like the first 2 days. Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was there last night because they were gone the rest of our
I was about to say, we didn't see him the rest of the holiday, so we thought they'd like drunk themselves into hospital or something like that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good fun that holiday. I really enjoyed it.
It was great. Croatia.
It was good for a bunch of young lads out of school, not much money.
Yeah, it's good crowd.
I think we made the most of what we had, and let's be honest, like if we had that same holiday now, I think we probably would still enjoy it.
I reckon we go back again.
And as usual.
But this time, somewhere with aircon.
4-star, not 3-star.
That hotel was all right though. It was above a sports bar. That if you remember.
I mean, we were lucky that the fact that obviously we were staying out until the time where everything closes at 2 o'clock.
Well, that's why we went there. That's
we
why we went to that
always
hotel.
out, so it never mattered for the noise.
All we'll be doing is sleeping there, so it didn't have to be that good. But if you remember, that sports bar we're on top of sold relatively cheap bowls of calamari rings. That a certain member of our group, Jacob Worsdale, famously ate 4 bowls in one day.
4 bowls?
Fuck
off, it was 4.
Bulking season.
No, it was not.
Genuinely 4 bowls, yeah.
Was it actually?
Yeah, he went down for 2, and then went down for 2 for lunch, and then went down for 2 for dinner.
Yeah, but he was really hungover the first night because we were doing we were queening each other's beers. Yeah. For any like American listeners or anything like that, queening a drink is when you get like a coin and you chuck it into your drink, and then if you get it down, you've got to save the queen, so you've got to down your whole drink. And we had like litre beers of Ojusko beer, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Which is there, like,
those
on
the plastic
tap.
ones we got.
Yeah,
or are those the big glasses?
The big Stein glasses that were like huge like that, and Jake did one of them all in one go, and then just after that I just remember seeing his face just drop.
Jake did a small one, it was me that did the big one.
No, he did a big one.
Nah, he didn't, he did a smaller one.
I'm positive he did a big one.
Are you having a cockfight over who had the biggest beer?
Yeah, I am. I don't drink anymore, so I have to.
They both chugged it the first night anyway. So.
Nah, I didn't.
Yes, you did. We were all there.
No, you weren't. That was second night. I'll have you know. And despite what Jacob says, he was sick before me because he wandered off for 45 minutes and didn't come back.
This is still a dispute to this day, but we will have Jake on and they can't argue.
That's exactly
about this
why I'm saying these things. Because he's not here.
To defend himself, so this is unfair.
It is unfair.
So I'm gonna have to fight Connor. So it was you.
I do believe it was you as well.
Lies
I will not lie.
Lies, deception. These aren't the way of the Jedi.
Doubt.
Yeah.
I'm hitting X right now.
I'm hitting B, no doubt.
LA Noire. Doubt.
No. Yeah, it was good fun though. I really enjoyed it. I'd do it again.
Crazy 5 years though. It doesn't seem like 5 years ago.
Mate, that's ridiculous. That is. It's actually scary how fast time has flown. But yeah, on to next adventures. I do think Japan will be interesting.
Yeah,
but
that'd be good fun.
Long
I do
way and
feel
it's very expensive.
It is,
well,
but
it's on my bucket list. Japan though. You know, I've been learning a bit of Japanese, and I'm confident I couldn't speak to a Japanese person.
Go on,
I
then.
tried.
You can barely speak to English
some
people.
Japanese.
You've misheard me then. I said I couldn't. I can count to 3, and that's about it, really.
let's hear it then.
What do you want me to say?
Count to 3.
I can say, I can ask...
Count to 3.
Ichi
You
Nisan.
can't even speak English.
I could ask you, where is my umbrella? If you wanted me to ask you that. That would be Doko Deska Casa.
Right, let's just reverse. You just told us I can count to 3. You failed to count to 3.
Ichi Nisan. 1, 2, 3.
Excellent. Well, you didn't.
There you go.
I don't think you made that clear.
We got
Okay,
it out of
I've
him
done that
eventually.
twice now. Yeah, I'm duolingual now, boys. I'm fluent. I
I
can
think
count to 3.
it's bilingual.
Shut up. I've had enough of this from you.
What's great is because you've got this Duolingo app. Yeah, every time we're out and we're having a drink in the pub or whatever, you just hear from the corner. As Sammy goes quiet for me, you just hear da-ding,
Yeah.
da-ding,
I'll have you know,
da-ding.
I've got a 253-day streak of Japanese.
I keep
yeah.
losing mine.
And all you can say is 1, 2, 3, and do you have an umbrella?
I can say other things.
And to say, can you fetch me a small bucket and spade?
I can't see why I would need to say that. But
What
no,
is, I'm parched and I would like a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple beers.
I
Yes.
couldn't say that, but
Could you
considering
say,
you're
I
posh,
like this drink, another?
I couldn't say that, but I could say mizu kudasai, which would be water now, please.
With the
Very
click.
polite.
I'd have to add the click in English, obviously. You know,
That's
it's
it,
pretty
yeah.
universal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Do a bit of French, bit of Spanish as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so terrible at other languages. Like, I've just not learnt anything.
I think it's just practice and also just the discipline to do. You have to do a little bit every day because if you don't do it, I mean, as I say, I keep losing my Duolingo streak, so I'm not very good at it. But
I'm pretty on it.
you gotta
Reminds
be on
me,
it.
I've got to do mine. I haven't done it today.
Well, better not do it on the podcast because all you're going to hear is...
Yeah, I got my phone on silent.
Yeah.
I'll be gone for the next 10.
Imagine if you miss your streak. Now it comes up on like this half an hour. How long do you get to do it?
24 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad then. You got
But
plenty
it
of
goes
time.
from 12 to 12.
Oh, right, so...
Yeah, so whatever time it is now, I've got then till 12 to do it. But it's alright, Adrian's quite good at it. No, Dan Batch has got he's got like a 700 Polish streak.
Does he actually?
Yeah, 'cause
Polish
his
is
ex-girlfriend's
hard
Polish.
as well.
His girlfriend was Polish.
Yeah. We'll have Batch on soon on the
Yeah.
podcast. And Dan Carr. We'll get. It's gonna be we're gonna have to extend this table out a bit. We're gonna have literally all of us at one
Yeah.
point.
We can't extend this table.
No,
It's
definitely
coming in
not at
glass.
the minute. There is glass and
It's a health and safety
other
hazard.
things that Samuel
Get a
has
little
spilled.
box up here.
That's it. Yeah, we're gonna need a wide-angled lens as well
We will.
for all of us to squeeze in. But yeah.
So I've been watching a new TV show, and Ed has as well. I told you about it. The One's About to Die.
Yes, very interesting. It's set in the Roman period.
yeah,
So you know that meme that was going around a while ago. How often do you ask your boyfriend about the Roman Empire or something like that?
Yeah.
I saw it come up and I was like, I'm on it. This looks good.
So how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Not that often.
No.
You know, obviously I think I could do better.
You could be better at thinking of the Roman Empire.
Well, that, and I reckon I could build the Roman Empire better.
Right. Okay.
here we go.
You know they say it
interesting.
wasn't. You know, say Rome wasn't built in a day. I reckon I could do it in like
That's why you're a construction
a
manager.
quarter of a day, with enough foreign labourers.
Mhm.
Anything's possible.
Absolutely.
Get Adrian on your side.
Nah, he's not competent enough.
You
too-
heard it here first.
He's too slow. Too slow.
The wrong type.
The wrong type of foreign. Yeah. I'm looking for some. I don't know, the Ethiopian child to carry some stones for me or something like that.
Mr. Producer, cut that.
We're keeping
Look at
it.
that.
We're keeping it.
Quality humour.
Oh, brilliant.
No, but it's a good show though. I think.
What is that on?
Amazon Prime.
Prime.
Is it? Oh, I might have to.
Hashtag not sponsored.
When is it?
Feel free though.
It only came
Yeah.
out. It only came out last week. Amazon, please. Yeah, it only came out last week.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
It's a good
Oh,
show.
okay.
Really
I might
and
have
it-
to.
And it's clearly had a lot of money spent on it. There's some very flashy
Oh, yeah.
CGI and some very impressive sets and stuff. And
It does sound quite
yeah,
good.
It's good. I mean, yeah.
It's meant to be the new Game of Thrones,
Yeah, I
And
can
Game of
see
Thrones
that,
is done.
but you know,
and it's got the same. It's got Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones. I know neither of you two have watched Game of Thrones.
no,
but
I've only watched the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones, and then I
I need to
stopped.
catch up. You know what's actually crazy? I've been to Ireland where they did the Game of Thrones filming and been to the studio after hours.
Croatia as well. The castles.
Yeah,
there.
Dubrovnik.
Some of them were in Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Beautiful scenes. That's why
Yeah.
it was.
Game of Thrones is good though.
Yeah,
I mean, like the last season's a bit crap.
Mhm.
really. I've heard that. To be fair, I heard the ending wasn't very good
Well, you see
according to
the-
most people.
They're based on books, right? And the last book hadn't come out yet
Right.
when they
Okay.
made the last season, so they sort of. I don't know whether they spoke to who is it? Who's the author of Game of Thrones? Is it George R.R. Martin?
Yeah.
I don't know whether they spoke to him or anything, found out what's going on, but it just.
Did they venture away quite far from what their ideas were in terms of the novel?
Well, I think by the end
Well,
of it,
I haven't read the novel.
they'd
I've
made
got
the
the
TV,
first 5 books.
but they'd
Right.
made the TV of the last season before he'd written the last book, right?
Yeah.
So, therefore, how could that have ever been true to his idea of a world and a universe
So that doesn't make sense. That
if
feels
he's
like
not
it's
even written it yet?
too rushed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm thinking they had to have spoke to him. I still haven't read the last book. I don't know if it's come out or not, but I haven't read it. So I don't know whether it's different, whether it's the same. But they must have spoke to him and said, what are you planning to do? We can so we can do it.
Well, you'd hope so anyway, because
But it was just shocking.
that's a
It was
shame.
like they'd spent the first 7 seasons saying up, it should take them this long to get from here to here, right? And then fucking Jamie Lannister does it in the day. He had a quick horse. No, he fucking didn't.
500
It's a shocker.
horsepower
It's a
horse.
shocker. There's a lot of plot holes as well.
Yeah.
Is there?
But it is good. It is good. The first seasons are good.
Yeah.
Definitely
good.
recommend.
Yeah, I might have to catch up on them as well. I know I've finished obviously The Boys recently.
You've been watching Sons of Anarchy as well, haven't you?
I finished Sons of Anarchy. That was
Yeah.
good. You should watch that, Ed.
It is a good
Talk
show.
me through it. Give me a synopsis.
Well, Sons of Anarchy. There's a lot to it. There's how many seasons at this time? There's a lot, isn't
I
there?
want to say 5.
Is it 5? I thought there was more than that.
There might be more.
But there's a lot of episodes in each season though, so it probably feels longer
Yeah.
than it actually is. But it's a motorcycle club in America by the name of Sam Crow, which stands for Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club Redwood Originals,
Yeah,
I think.
that's right.
Yeah, and they pretty much, it's one of them ones, I don't want to say too much because spoilers, but you just need to watch it because there's a lot of obviously crime goes on, drug dealings, murders, things like that, and it sort of escalates to the point where they're having to get involved with the police and they're trying to sort of cover their asses with the police that they've got sort of a little bit corrupt and sort of on their side, but they're struggling to keep them on their side and keep themselves in check.
So
And,
we can't do this. This would be too bad for the police. We should do this, which is slightly better.
Exactly,
That
yeah.
kind of thing.
And they've got opposition motorcycle
yeah.
clubs, what they're called, the Mayans.
The Mayans, yeah.
That they're
Which has a
sort of-
spin-off series.
there is a spin-off series, and I do need to watch that because
I
I've
haven't
not
seen
seen
it.
it. I haven't seen it either, but I'll have to see if there's any good reviews. But I reckon you should definitely watch Sons of Anarchy because
It
it's
is good.
fantastic.
Okay.
And to any viewers listening, please watch it as well.
Jax Teller's a good character.
He is fantastic. Charlie Hunnam. Charlie Hunnam.
Hunnam.
I think it's Hunnam. Charlie Hunnam.
You know who we're on about. He's
You know. The guy's
he's
a good gentleman.
actor. He's
He
a good
is.
actor. He's in Triple Frontier as well. I don't know if you've seen that.
It's weird seeing him with an American accent in Sons of Anarchy, and then going to The Gentleman, for example, where he's Geordie, he's English Geordie, and seeing him with his Newcastle Geordie accent in that proper strong, and then just it's so it messes with your head watching it. It's good, definitely good.
Definitely a good show.
Yeah,
Definitely
definitely
a good
watch
show.
it.
So you've been playing any video games lately?
Well, I've been replaying Ghost Recon Wildlands, but it's not very
I've
interesting.
never played that.
I could have sworn you played it with me at one point, me, you, and Jake.
No, I don't think so.
It might have just been me and Jake then. But yeah, that's pretty good. That's about a Bolivian cartel,
Yeah.
and you're trying to take them down. Pretty
Sounds
interesting.
quite good, is it?
It's an old one.
I have been playing. Well, I played The Wolf Among Us
Oh, what a game.
at your request. It's a Telltale game, Ed.
Oh, Telltale Games. Please hurry up with number 2.
Mate,
Please.
it's Skybound now.
It's Skybound.
Yeah, so they do you
taken
know
over?
Telltale? So
No.
they did the story games where you say you go through a story and you say press A to save this guy, press A to save this guy.
It's like story driven.
Yeah.
So
So
choice based.
Telltale was a company that made a load of these games. They did the Walking Dead games.
They
that
were
I'm a
great.
fan of.
They were great.
Life is Strange, or is that someone else?
I don't know. I haven't heard of that
I'm
one.
not sure about that one
Oh,
actually.
you boys would love Life is Strange.
Is that good?
Oh, it's just a heart wrenching emotional story.
That's what I
It's
like.
not so much gameplay as in running around. It's no sort of running around, shooting people, fighting, whatever. But
It's like decision based.
it is like you are the film, basically.
Yeah, that's a lot like the Telltale games.
literally
Yeah.
exactly the
So
same.
and it's really good. I actually played it the wrong way around because I played the prequel before the first one. The first Life is Strange 1 obviously was the first one. Then they made a prequel to it. I kind of played it the wrong way around. I played the prequel first, but it kind of works out.
I was about to
in the
say
end.
that if you're playing a prequel, though,
Yeah,
doesn't it kind of work out
Chronologically,
anyway?
it
It
should be
just-
before.
Yeah.
But maybe you don't know
it's
some of
like-
the characters. Or...
Yeah, it's just kind of there's obviously because it came out later. There's certain elements I
It's
guess.
like Red Dead, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You'd probably want to play the one that came out, not in their universe.
Well, the second one, even though it's a
first,
prequel,
but
they're probably setting
real
it up
life.
as if you know the characters, aren't they?
In a sense, yeah. But honestly, Life is Strange is great. It's a story, and it's it's a real sort of heart wrencher, real emotional.
So I've been thinking. So
fantastic.
I finished The Wolf Among Us.
But yeah, it's Wolf Among Us. You're pretty much like a detective, ain't you?
Yes.
Trying to
So
figure out the murders.
You play as Big B Wolf, the big bad wolf in like a fairy tale town.
You know Red Riding Hood?
Mm-hmm.
It's the wolf out of that you play as.
Okay.
And they've all been given this thing called glamour, which is a magic which makes them appear as human form. That's him there. And they're all the fables like fucking goblins and like anything you can think of, like the Toad and the Princess,
Beauty and
whatever,
the Beast,
like Beauty and the
they're in it.
Beast. They're all been glamoured up to be human, but they
Mhm.
still can have their powers and they can come out of them and they can change into their original forms. And they're trying to live amongst humans. And there's like murders going on in Fabletown, they call it, which is
It's
Big
got,
B's trying to figure out what's going on.
It's got Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They're like PIs.
The Wolf Among Us is literally, Big B Wolf. He is a detective in Fabletown, and he works for Snow White, who
Yes, he does.
is. Well, I can't say too much without spoiling it, but she's sort of like, what is it, like Vice?
It's like
Vice.
she's like. So there's a council, pretty much. It's like a town council, right? And they've got this one guy in charge, who's another fable. I can't quite remember his name. And then under him is Snow White, who employs Big B to find out who's done these murders. It's a good story.
Very
Yeah.
good.
I like the sound of that.
Very good.
But
You should definitely
I've
play
been
it.
thinking of playing Detroit Become Human.
I've played that. There is a lot of outcomes though.
Yeah,
Like,
it's quite-
oh my
it's-
days.
Sort of similar. It's like choice based, isn't it? It's like
You
the
could-
butterfly effect.
Mate, you could play that 100 times and have a different outcome every time. It's ridiculous. There's
Yeah,
so
I've seen
many
that.
like options and endings. The web is unbelievable.
I watched a YouTuber play the first game, the first episode
Yeah.
of a playthrough, and he showed like the web of how many different options it spins off into. In that first episode, it splits off into about 50 itself.
Jesus. Fucking hell. Right, I
Crazy
think
game.
we will leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening and watching.